This is part 3 of our chat with Friar Clifford. If you have not watched parts 1 and 2, you can find the links in the video description down below.
How do you feel when you first had to come here?
Well, it was immediately after St. Mary's. I mean, I enjoyed my ministry in St. Mary's thoroughly. I was really quite sad to leave. But I was also relieved to leave because St. Mary's was, to me, like a central train station. It's just activity after activity, non-stop. And
Oh, yeah.
I
Like Tokyo
was
Station.
like Tokyo Station. So some Sundays, you just feel overwhelmed by the sheer size of the congregation, which is a good thing. But,
It is. Yes.
after 6 years there, I was quite happy to let go. But I enjoyed the ministry. I enjoyed the people. I loved every minute of the day in being in St. Mary's. Then I came here immediately after that. 2019. 2020, I came here, and the guy, the previous parish priest here, he asked me to just come and see whether I like the place.
Oh, okay.
It didn't quite appeal. I was just like thinking, okay, from St. Mary's to this, transient, the whole idea of people coming in and going, not knowing them, I didn't think it was a good idea for me. Then COVID hit.
Yes.
And I was forced to leave the country. I was here only for a month.
Okay.
Then I was forced to leave. Then I was stuck in Singapore to 2022. But it worked out well because while I was there, my mother started aging and started getting old. She was getting old already, but she was getting sick. And I could look after her medical care and relieve my siblings, So I looked after her until her death in 2023. That was the same year. 2023 was also the time my visa came through. I confirmed that I can come back to Japan.
Oh.
Which was, to me, I took that as a sign that, because I wasn't expecting them to give me the visa. But they did, for 3 years even. So I said, okay, fine. Let me come in again. So when I came back was just immediately after when they were just opening the borders and all, and the bishop here still said not to have too many masses, and I still remember having Sunday mass with only 5 people. It was really good. For me, it was that, oh God, it's just like what's happening in some countries in the world. But, and so it wasn't that appealing. I was thinking, whether this was it or not. But as time went on and I stayed with it, and I see a new ministry to helping people to being with people who are coming from other parts of the world. So like I say, I see myself at the service of the universal church, not just the service of the Tokyo diocese, but really at the universal church. Yeah.
So, who will give you who will tell you to go wherever you need?
Right now, I'm
Is it like the castles or something?
castles. There's a lot of consultation now. It's not like the old days where they just give you the paper and say you go to the mission fields. That's it. Now there's a consultation, and generally I'm a parishman. I mean, I love working as a pastor, and although I've experienced being a formator, and my life has always been. I get much joy being a pastor, and so this is to me, it's a small enough parish, and my age too. I kind of feel like I'm slowing down. This is a nice place to slow down. It's not as hectic as being in a huge mega parish of 12,000 people like St. Mary's. Yeah.
What is the thing that you find most fruitful in your time here? Yeah.
My prayer life. My prayer life has improved or deepened a lot. I spend a lot more time in prayer. My general health. I was really quite fat when I was in Singapore. And in Singapore you eat three meals a day and oily stuff. And St. Mary's parishioners were very generous, and they fed me like nobody's business. There were excess. I was close to 100 kilograms. I was almost 98 when I came here.
Right.
I'm now down to 79, 80. and it's part to do with the lifestyle here that allows me to drink a lot of green tea,
Walk a lot.
walk a lot, and exercise. And I start cycling.
Mm.
And I'm up very early in the morning right now,
Mm.
which is really great because you seize the day. You celebrate the resurrection in your life very early in the morning, where I just pray that I experience. So my spiritual life certainly has improved a great deal, has deepened with this my time here. And of course, I feel that I've got a lot more wisdom with my prayer life, and a lot more wisdom in dealing with people. I mean, there are difficult passions here as well,
Of course.
but
Everywhere.
I realize that my reaction to difficult passions is now totally different from how I reacted to them in St. Mary's. Now there's a lot more wisdom,
Oh, wow.
a lot more wisdom in dealing with, and a lot more peace that comes with it. I realize, when I don't need to fight battles, the wisdom to know how not to fight battles. That's what I'm learning here.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
To know when to not fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine difficult Japanese
Why?
parishioner.
Oh no, but because it's international, so that people from all over the world.
Yeah.
And I shall not name the nationality that's most difficult, but we can get an idea. But they're not the Japanese. The Japanese are the easiest. Yeah. Very well done. Like my staff, I got 3 Japanese staff. I mean, we got to get used to how they work, and once you get used to how they work, and they teach me a lot about being polite. And like I remember once, very early, we had a guy here who used to stay, but he's gone back to the Philippines. He used to put out garbage. Now I do it. I take it as a morning exercise where I go and put out the garbage. It's lovely putting out the garbage because it's like throwing out rubbish in your life.
Ah, okay. So you have to sort out your trash in your life and then goodbye.
It's all part of the eco conversion of my life. So the other thing another conversion experience for me is my eco conversion. I've become more aware of being part of creation. Very late in my Franciscan life,
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah, it's very. But it used to be theory before. Right now, I think I got a good chance to experience it. So anyway, coming back to that story of the man who put out the garbage, he didn't put a net over, so the crows came, and the crows came, and there was a mess. So then the neighbors, their guard came along and spoke to Meiko, my receptionist, and he used some strong words but actually basically saying you're a church, you should be good neighbors, and I would have gone on defense and say, no, okay, we are sorry, but you don't have to come and talk to us like that. But she, very nicely, she just looked at me and said, I'm sorry you have to say those words to me. And I thought, what a way.
Yeah.
And the guy, of course, completely disarmed. And we make sure now the net is always under the garbage so the crows don't get to it.
Okay.
But I realize I'm using that now. If someone is rough with me, I'm actually saying that I'm sorry you have to say that to me, or I'm sorry you have to behave like that to me. I think the Japanese seem to be together, but when you say things like that, you're not accusing them of being rough.
Yes.
You're saying, I'm sorry you have to do it. I'm sorry that I made you do it. It's like almost like saying sorry without saying sorry.
Learn that.
Yeah. And I've used that a few times now. I'm sorry you have to say that to me.
No.
And that worked, no, actually. It disarms people a great deal.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think to answer your question, my prayer life, my relationship with people, my ability to deal with different people. You're moving from one culture to another culture very quickly. If you're talking to someone from the African continent, and within them also, Africa has got all sorts of countries that are so different. Someone from Uganda is so different from someone from Kenya. And if you're talking to an entire congregation of people from Kenya, Uganda, from Japan, from America, from Asia, even from Asia, are so different. The Filipinos are so different from the Vietnamese. Vietnamese are different from the Singapore. My homily needs to change.
Oh.
I cannot just go up there and rattle off like I did in St. Mary's half the time.
Okay.
because you know your St. Mary's congregation, they're
Yes.
Singaporeans, we are, okay, there are Filipinos there as well, but a lot of them are PR and staying, they know the Singapore culture quite a bit. But here, no. They're not here, and the Japanese culture is not the one that's binding us together. It is the Catholic faith that's binding us together.
Oh.
So my homilies and all has to cater to the fact that what I'm saying the Americans might not take to it, but the Africans might, or the Eastern Europeans might not like it, but the Western Europeans might like. It's all this kind. Or I've got a few Latin Americans, so it's a bit challenge. I sometimes have to move out of my Asian mind and start being universal in my priesthood. After this point, I've always been a very Asian priest, a Singaporean priest. But being here, the challenge has always been now to be a universal priest. At my age, it's not easy, but I believe it's worth a try.
Very humbling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Friar Clifford, for sharing your heart and ministry with us. It's inspiring to see how the Franciscan Chapel Center continues to be a place of faith and community right here in the heart of Tokyo. If you want to visit him, here is the full address. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next episode.